Hi Sagittarius, this is Chriselle with Psychic MD. I'm here to do your December 2020 reading. Today I'm going to be using John Holland's deck, gorgeous, vibrant deck. And I'm also going to pull a card from Healing Cards, okay? So without further ado, well, maybe one further ado, if you can, please like, share, subscribe, and comment to my channel. That would really help me to be able to make more videos. If not, that's all right too. So here we go, Sag. What's going on with Sagittarius for the month of December 2020? I like helpful messages, heartfelt messages, messages that are going to help heal, please. Thank you. Oh, nice. So far, I have material and spiritual prosperity. So, Sag, it looks like December is going to bring you a lot of abundance, security, prosperity, spiritual balance, which I think is really obviously a good thing. I think you're going to be really self-assured. The number 6 also, to me, always pertains to victory. It reminds me of the 6 of Wands for some reason, and the traditional tarot, sorry. I'm having a hard time talking with my braces, so forgive. But anyways, I think that this is a time that you are going to be feeling yourself in so many ways. You're just going to feel really secure, abundant, balanced. Even if you don't own your own home, if you don't have a job, I think that with you as a person being centered within yourself, everything else will fall into place. If we're out of balance within ourselves, then everything else becomes a huge mess, right? So that's what I'm getting with this card. I'm getting a lot of confirmation on my left side. Intuition is going to be a big deal for you guys this month as well. Follow your intuition. Things might be a really big mess around you. If that's so, well, the world, yeah. I'm being told to really listen to your inner wisdom, your inner balance, your inner guidance system. Okay, so don't be persuaded or swayed by what you see out on the world thus far. Allow your inner navigational system to hold more weight than anything else at this point in time. So I see the moon in the back is just really full and pregnant. So maybe some of you guys are like pregnant with things to come, or looking forward in anticipation with what the world's going to do, what's going to happen. And all those things are really valid, but keep your center, just like an Oreo cookie, okay? I don't know where that came from. That might be for somebody, or it just might be for my brain. But keep your center, guys. The next card that I'm getting is awareness. Not unlike intuition for me. But awareness, I think that your awareness is going to be peaked during the month of December. I think that you are going to be elevated in so many ways, climbing the spiritual ladders of ascension. I think that you're going to be getting your own messages. You might even feel at times that your brain is on fire with epiphany after epiphany, like, oh my goodness, I knew it. And it's just like, you know, one of those instances. But I want to say that these are good things. Like, this guy's like smiling. He is feeling himself. He's comfortable with where he's at in the world. He knows that everything comes full circle. Like, there's really nothing new under the sun. But also, he could be just really a spiritual and enlightened person. So I think that you are as well going to have a lot of time in December where you feel really enlightened, okay? Look at this. It's popping for you. That's all I can say. Material harvest. What? This is awesome. So in December, you don't have to worry about anything, okay? Even if, like, this guy doesn't have riches, and maybe he does, but he's not dressed up from, you know, dressed to kill or anything like that. He's got everything that he needs. He feels abundant. He feels grateful, and he's really enjoying and feeling himself. He's checking in with his inner being. Am I fed? Yes. Do I have water? Yes. Are my kids taken care of? Yes. Do I have help if I'm totally desperate? Yes. Is this optimal? Maybe not. But I have a spiritual perspective that keeps me balanced. Again, I see that with this like indigo color popping from the background, and then enlightenment kind of like a halo or a sun right behind him. Now, some of you guys might be waiting for justice. I'm getting that because to me this looks like courthouses in the back. It's like this person's sandwiched in between two courthouses. So maybe some of you are undergoing some need for balance, and maybe you're undergoing like a court legality thing. Why can't I speak and use my words today, Grisel? I have no idea. I'm sorry, Sag, but that's where we're at right now. So it's perhaps something that you are caught in, like in a legal contract, or you have to go seek restitution for something. But things are going to work because I feel like, it's not like a huge windfall, but a material harvest, something that you worked hard for, is going to grow. And if you are involved in some kind of litigation or something, I think it's going to work out in your favor anyway. So keep that center because you're really doing super well, okay? This is like the best reading so far. Fulfillment of wishes. Oh, again, you guys, if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe, ring that bell. All the bells and whistles for my tiny little small channel. I would so appreciate it. All right, Sag. So fulfillment of wishes. And I think that it's going to really help you to be heart-centered right now. A lot of green. I affiliate that with the heart chakra. I think that your root chakra, if it's not like really balanced right now, I think it's getting there. And in December, it'll be really balanced for you. So that's really good to hear and see. Fulfillment of wishes. It's something that you've grown it yourself, really. From being patient, like no tree grows overnight. Everything becomes like from a seedling, it sprouts, and then it slowly grows. And one person waters, and the other one nourishes, and the other one puts fertilizer, and then you have the sun, the rain, whatever. You get the point, okay? But I feel like it's going to be a time where you really get your wishes fulfilled, and they're heart fulfillment. Like, oh, I want to be close to my family. Oh, I just want to feel secure within myself. I don't want to have to be freaking out like the world's freaking out. And fear is contagious, you guys. You know this. It's a fact. It's proven. Listen, okay, this is an offshoot here. This is a bonus, Sag, but I was watching TikTok yesterday, last night, in fact. Don't judge me. I know I'm too old for that. But I was watching a thing on TikTok, and this person goes, watch what happens. And so one person starts running in fear, like full on running. And the next person's like, whoa. And then they start running behind them. And the next person starts running with them. And pretty soon you have like a herd of people running. They have no idea why they're running. They're all filled with fear. The first person started it, and it was a wave of like emotional reaction. And pretty soon we have this herd mentality. We're just running. We have no idea why. We're all fearful. We're all freaking out because fear is that's a contagion right there. So, I'm just saying, if you keep your mindset on a step-by-step process, a methodical process on what you yourself have grown with your own hands, it could be work, it could be family ties, it could be romantic bonds, it could be familial bonds, it could be work bonds, whatever the case may be. It could be trading on the market. I don't know, and I don't necessarily care about this. I just want you to be really centered and enjoying your fruitfulness and your material harvest and the fulfillment of your wishes. Maybe you're going to have, because everything is like very root oriented and prosperity oriented. Maybe you're really feeling like your family ties and stuff right now, like enjoying people coming home and staying home. Maybe people are moving back into your home because of what's going on in the world right now. I don't know, but I think that you are really enjoying yourself, and you will. And this comes after an emotional loss, okay? So in order for us to really be appreciative of what we have sometimes, it only comes after really big loss, okay? Now I want to tell you one more thing. Ammonite, the fossil, okay, I always get those mixed up, but the fossil ammonite might be really beneficial for you at this point in time. I haven't been recommending crystals or fossils for like my readings, but yours is the first one that's come up for the month of December. Now this to me reminds me of ammonite, but this is also like an emotional trail, okay, of having that emotional loss, and he's kind of like gripping his heart in pain. Now I feel like you're coming out of this, and in December, that's where all the wealth and abundance is coming from. But it did begin with initially an emotional loss. Perhaps you lost someone in November, and if that's so, I'm sorry. Whether it's on the physical plane, mental, emotional, it doesn't make a difference. A loss is a loss, okay? And so my heart goes out to you. But I think that December, everything's looking really, really good. Back to the Ammonite, because, yeah, I looped around to it. The Ammonite, I feel like, can really help you. To me, it's like a sea conch, that little shape right there. And I feel like that's going to really help you hear and get in touch and connected with your roots, with your ancestors, and with your history. But it's also going to help you to hear things a little bit clearer. So I think that for some of us, some of the Sagittarius people are experiencing an emotional loss because they weren't hearing well. They weren't listening necessarily. I'm not saying it's your fault. Like maybe a relationship deteriorated or suffered or went completely kaput because you weren't really hearing someone. But I think this had to happen for you to move on to the next step or phase in your life. Not that I'm, excited about anyone's loss, but I'm just saying that this can really open you up. A hurt like that can really help you empathize and grow you in a fertilizer that nothing else can do. We can learn by other people's examples or have our own experiences, and that fosters a lot more compassion in the world. So anyways, Ammonite could be something that might be considered a tool that you can work with in the future if you're interested, because I do feel like you're going to have fluctuations with this loss, this emotional loss. It's just like any grieving. It's going to be, at times you're kind of hurt and angry and upset, and then you come back to feeling that emotional loss all over again. So I do feel a cycle there. It'll ebb and flow. Fives is a lot of fluctuation and changes with that, but it's bringing about a closing of a chapter, because I do have the universe right here. And for me, this is closing out a chapter. This is, you've successfully completed a process, even if it was painful. It was there to help. Okay, here, let me tell you this way. And I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time articulating this, Sag. But you know how like a little kernel, a little seed of whatever, it could be like an apricot pit or whatever, an apple pit. But that little shell needs to crack in order for it to really sprout and germinate, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I feel like this emotional loss was that part of the process for you to really germinate, crack open into something bigger, and allow other things to grow out of it, as painful as it is. So I think that is going to help you close out this section of your life, or this epoca. How do I say that in English? This part of your life. Okay. So the number 3, I feel like you're going to be getting cooperation with the world, cooperation with people around you. It's going to be really beneficial and important. Also, your throat chakra is being affected. I think that this is something that you're going to learn how to speak, okay? So maybe it's that you're going to have more compassion towards other people. I'm not saying you didn't beforehand, but these experiences, even looking at the world today, has caused me a lot of sadness. But emotional losses like that can help us to really empathize and open up for other people to come in our world that never would have fit there to begin with, had we not had that compassion or experienced those emotions before. I don't know, I'm just putting it out there. It's what I'm getting. The next thing that I'm getting is destiny, okay? So, interesting. So on this one, even though this is a really positive card, it's number 10, it boils down to vibrational 1. It's the beginning. It's in the beginning process. It's also completion. And what I see behind here is a fleur of life. I probably said that wrong. Now, I don't know if you can see my ring actually outside of the dog sparkles, the dog hairs. I have the fleur of life on this ring right here. So you might want to look that up. That could be of special significance because I feel like it's tied to your destiny. It's helped you come not only full circle, but in an elevated circle in a way that you never would have thought possible before. I think that you're going to be looking at yourself going, me? Like Sag is going to be like, what, me? Holding your heart, holding your emotions, okay? Kind of like tender, feeling a little bit tender-hearted still there, okay? But that's going to bring you your crown chakra and your third eye to really open up better, have more compassion, and I think you'll be open to more messages in that way. You do have some obstacles and challenges, okay? This reading has been incredibly positive so far. but you do have some obstacles and challenges coming. I feel like it still has to do with your throat chakra. You don't feel secure because I see water here. That's for me emotion. But the blue again, I get your throat box, your voice, your throat chakra, not being able to speak your truth too well. Like it's a small stream, like maybe you can filter your truth out and only speak a portion of it. Like you're not comfortable saying the whole truth, or you have to skew it a certain way for other people to really accept it, whatever. Now this is kind of like, I don't want to say regressing, but I think it's going to be a new thing for you, okay? Because so far in December, things are in the up and up, they're growing and flourishing, but you're going to hit a little patch that's going to bring you back. It's almost like a check-in. Let me check in. Are you still going to speak your truth? Are you still going to progress forward in spite of the fear? Are you still going to say what really is going on in your heart, mind, and soul? Even though it can cause a rift between a bond or cause you to maybe feel like you're not going to be as sure-footed as you were prior to speaking your truth, okay? I hope that makes sense. But this is a number 5. This is, again, about changes, oscillating changes. So it could be that, things are flow, good. And all of a sudden you reach this place where I'm like, oh, I can't talk to that person about that. Or, I don't want to share that. That's my private business. Any of those things could be a little bit of a challenge, a stumbling block. But as you can see, and I don't know how to say this with a chasm, it's small. It's very small. You could just like walk over it. You don't even have to take a leap of faith, a jumping leap, a running leap. You just walk, keep on walking like that. Thing is not there. Just keep it moving. Also, I get that part of that is going to be, that has to do directly with the messages that you're going to get, your intuitive hits, okay? Your messages, your intuition, your spirituality is going to be popping. You're going to get epiphanies that are like on fire. They're going to be so freaking clear and almost like they're not even yours. And it's going to illuminate where you're walking. Perhaps it's illuminating your path. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. So once again, be patient. You can say be patient. Be patient. It's going to all work out well. It does start once again as a seedling. Remember all that stuff that you planted, that you harvested, all the beautiful stuff that you got in the very beginning of December. I'm going to say in the beginning of this reading, that came from hard work, dedication, patience, prayer, maybe meditation. But it didn't happen overnight. So be very patient with yourself as well as with other people. And I want to do, your last card is Love Begins. That is really beautiful. So love begins here. And once again, we're back to the green where your heart chakra is overflowing. It's beautiful. You have clear waters. Indeed, they are just rich and sweet. I feel like what you have to share with other people is going to be easy, it's going to be natural, it's going to be soft, it's going to be well received, it's going to be like gold. Like people need to hear what you have to speak, Sag, okay? So I know it might be a little bit frightening at times that you get these epiphanies, ideas, you feel like you can't share, don't want to share, but we need to hear you. It's going to be very important for some of us. Maybe other people need you as a lifeline, and the only way they can get that is by hearing your truth, okay? So I want to encourage that because it's gorgeous. It's like an offering. It's definitely an offering. And nothing but beautiful stuff there. Okay? So, last card I got here. For Sag, here please. Oh my goodness. You've had the best reading in the world. Everything lost is found again. Everything hurt is healed again. Check that out. How cool is that? It says, this truth has the power to retrieve a part of your spirit from the past. It's a mantra that's strong enough to overcome past injuries. This will be your constant thought today. Okay. Well, that's not a command, but I like it. Everything lost is found again. Everything hurt is healed again. So with that, Sag, I will leave you. I hope that you have been helped. I hope that you feel uplifted, encouraged in any way, shape, or form that I was able to. Much love to you. And with that, I will leave you. Namaste.